getting stomped in the gut, to your head smashing into a bull's skull. These are the 10 most disturbing wrecks in bull riding history. At number 10, Chris Burke got planted by Snappy Tom at the 1996 Kansas City Bull Bash.
All right, we've seen him make a couple of good bull rides. Let's see another piece.
He was bucked off, hit the ground rolling, and then Snappy Tom's hoof came down hard on his back.
Outside, hands hung in the rope, and boom, just right in the back.
That kick left him hurting, no question about it. But if you think that was rough, Dave Samsel at number 9 had his face cut open by Rampage's horn.
Our boy from Molalla, Oregon rode him last year down in Houston for an overnight.
He got thrown forward during round 1 of the 2000 collision on the Chattahoochee, and his cheek connected with the bull's right horn. The next jerk sent him flying.
I mean, Dave doesn't really tuck his chin, he just stays down. I mean, just bops him right upside the head.
He ran to safety, but that mark stayed on his face for weeks. It could have been way worse. Now that we're talking about heads taking damage, J.W. Hart at number 8 learned what a yard dart feels like.
It's an ugly bull. I mean, real ugly bull. They could have called this an ugly stick.
Wild Thing jerked him off and sent him crashing headfirst into the Tingley Coliseum floor. His temple split open.
Framer in him, hop, skip, heads up, and boom, that's a yard dart. I mean, that's right on his head. That had to stop.
He was dazed but got to his feet. Medics patched him up in the training room. Talk about a close call. And while Hart got his temple split, Brock Mortensen at number 7 got slammed flat on his shoulders by Hard Copy.
This year. He belongs to Claude Kimberlin. Watch this. Watch him. He'll go left and then back right or right.
He was jerked around the whole ride before being slung hard to the ground during the championship round in Guthrie.
Started right, back left. Now, whoa. I mean, don't think he don't hit the ground hard. He doesn't.
He struggled to stand, bent over in pain. They had to help him out. That landing looked brutal. Although Mortensen got slammed, Lonnie West at number 6 had an even scarier flight path at the Jerome Davis Challenge in Charlotte.
Crocodile Rock. I've never understood what they think that little old piece of wire is going to do with one of them bulls.
He nearly made a great ride on Crocodile Rock, but lost his rope and got launched toward the fence.
Doing a great job. Whoa! And had him.
He hit the fence and landed right on top of his head. Very dazed. That was too close for comfort. While West's headfirst landing into the fence was terrifying, Ronnie Kitchens' stomp from Cujo felt downright vicious at number 5.
I hope he bites on that mouthpiece instead of his tongue. He bucked off his first and Cujo.
When the 1996 PBR World Finals winner climbed on Cujo at the 1998 Top Gun Challenge in Odessa, he looked confident, but Cujo had other ideas.
Didn't have a good solid hold. You know, he might have gotten lucky. I mean, might have just shoved him.
Kitchens got bucked off hard. Before he could even think about getting up, Cujo's hoof came down, right in the stomach. The impact was sickening. He stayed down, couldn't get up. The medical team rushed in and surrounded him.
All right. Donnie, it looked like it stepped right on his stomach, right in the midsection. There's Tandy Freeman.
That stomp knocked the wind out of me, Kitchens said later. I couldn't breathe for what felt like forever. You're just lying there wondering if something's ruptured inside. The medics helped him out slowly. Every step looked painful. That's the disturbing part. When a 2,000-pound bull plants a hoof in your gut, there's nothing you can do but hope you survive. At number 4, Troy Dunn thought he was safe after getting thrown by Jerry Maguire at the 1998 Boise Bull Riding Blowout.
Start with 89.5 on his first one.
He wasn't. Dunn got thrown hard against the metal fence. But before he could get, Jerry Maguire lashed out.
Now the other way, lost that bull rope. He slams him into that wall.
The bull's hoof shot up and caught Dunn right in the head. A swift, brutal kick that could have ended everything. Somehow Dunn stayed conscious. He scrambled to his feet and ran out of the arena. I saw that hoof coming, Dunn said. There was nothing I could do. I just braced and hoped it didn't connect cleanly. Lucky is an understatement. That kick was inches away from being a career ender. The 1998 PBR World Champion walked away that day, but the memory of that hoof coming at his skull, that stayed with him. Now, even though Dunn dodged a career-ending kick, Sam Medlock at number 3 wasn't so fortunate with Double Bubble's horn.
Find it when the whistle blows, but all that's a little bit extra, but you know, this kid's been right.
Medlock drew Double Bubble during round 3 of the 1997 PBR World Finals. The bull had a reputation, but knowing doesn't make it easier.
This is another one, Sam Medlock. Myola, Texas, he's on double bubble.
Sam Medlock has really had.
He got bucked off and landed with his back to the bull's horn. That's when Double Bubble made his move.
See how far back it's going? Just run him back off his rope, but man, he did take a shot in the back.
The horn drove into Medlock's back and launched him into the air. He flew several feet before crashing down. The crowd gasped in shock. That kind of hit doesn't just hurt. I felt the horn go in, Medlock said. For a second, I thought it punctured something. You don't know until the medics check you out. He walked away with deep bruising that lasted weeks, but no punctures, no internal damage, just the mental image of a bull's horn driving into his back. That's the kind of thing you don't forget. Sam Medlock got launched, but what happened to Cody Hart at number 2 was even more gut-wrenching to watch.
He needs to nod his head and get out of there if he's going to.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Hart drew Tony Lama boots during the championship round of the 1996 PBR World Finals in Las Vegas. He was seconds away from making the 8-second bell, so close you could almost taste it. Then he lost his rope.
He makes a whale of a recovery. Come on, Cody. He lost the darn rope. Dadgum.
The bull threw him off, and Hart landed hard, straight on his head. The impact was brutal. He didn't get up, couldn't get up. Instead, he crawled toward the fence, dragging himself across the dirt. The medics rushed out immediately. They knew it was bad.
Good bull. I mean, he can't. He's hurt. Hit on the back of his head, stunned him a little bit, I'm sure.
I don't remember hitting the ground, Hart said. I just remember waking up and not knowing where I was. Everything was spinning. The younger Hart brother had just won the 1999 PBR World Championship. He was on top of the world, and then one bad landing reminded him how quickly everything can change. They helped him out of the arena. He was hurt, badly, but he survived. That's the thing about these wrecks. They're disturbing because they show just how thin the line is between walking away and being carried out. Now, at number 1, Trevor Walker never even made it 2 seconds before Stone Cold knocked him unconscious.
Stashes, bubble gum blowing.
Yeah, you know, I tell you what, if he blows one of them tough, eat him in butt.
It was round 1 of the 2000 NILE Bull Riders Invitational in Billings. Walker climbed on Stone Cold with confidence. The gate opened, the bull exploded out, and then it happened.
Stash. Oh, man, whopped him down. He knocked that, he might have rearranged that mustache. Woo-wee. Oh, Trevor Walker.
Barely 2 seconds in, Stone Cold jerked forward. Their heads connected. The impact was instant, violent, final. Walker fell to the ground unconscious. He didn't move, didn't react, just lay there in the dirt. The crowd went loud, not with applause, but with gasps. Everyone watching knew this was serious.
I think you're right, Donnie, on that first one. He brought his arm down in front of him and
the medics rushed in. They tried to wake him. Nothing. Walker was out cold. They had to carry him out of the arena. He never regained consciousness in the dirt. That's how hard the hit was. I don't remember any of it. Walker said later from the hospital. I remember the gate opening, and then I woke up in the ambulance. Everything in between is just gone. He sustained a moderate concussion and facial lacerations. They treated him and released him, but he didn't compete in round 2. Some wrecks are bad, some are brutal, but this one was disturbing because of how fast it happened. 2 seconds. That's all it took for everything to go wrong. That's the reality of this sport. You can do everything right and still end up carried out on a stretcher. These 10 wrecks aren't just brutal, they're disturbing because they show the darker side of bull riding, the side that doesn't get talked about enough. The head injuries, the stomps that could rupture organs, the hits that knock you unconscious, the moments where you're crawling to safety because you can't stand. These riders lived through it. They carried the scars, the pain, the trauma, but they also carried something else. The understanding that this sport doesn't care how tough you are or how prepared you think you are. One wrong move, one bad landing, one hoof in the wrong place. That's all it takes. And yet they keep climbing on, keep chasing those 8 seconds, keep risking everything for a sport that can take everything in return. That's not just bravery, that's something deeper, something that most people will never understand. Because when you've been stomped, kicked, launched, and knocked unconscious, and you still come back for more, that's the mark of a true bull rider. These 10 riders know what it means to survive the disturbing wrecks, and they wear those scars like badges of honor.